So today I want to ask you if you've been looking at your niche all wrong. So there's so many coaches and experts out there who, like me, have been through coaching programs where you've had to create your ideal client avatar, right? You had to give the person a name. You had to decide if they were married or if they were single, how many children they had, what magazines they read, and what kind of car that they drove, right? Any of you been through a program where you've had to fill in one of those worksheets? So if you've had to do that, and that's all you've done when it comes to defining who your best fit client is, then there's a very good chance that you're not targeting the right people and you're not calling the right people into your programs. So we're going to fix that today. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Anne Duplessis, and today this video is part of this week's series on how to make sales in an empowered, sleaze-free way so that you can dominate your market. And what I'm talking about today is relevant to you if you are at 2K in your business or you're at 30K plus months, okay? So the very first, very expensive coaching program that I went through was one of those ones where I had to fill in the ideal client avatar that I've just spoken about. And my initial reaction to that was, why on earth would I need to know all of that crap? Like, who cares? And the other question I had was, how is that going to help me call that person in? Like, I couldn't see that, I couldn't connect those dots, right? And being the good student that I am, I diligently made some stuff up and some of it I sucked out of thin air. And basically it was just another worksheet that I could tick off in that program, right? It didn't help me get clear on who the person really was that I wanted to work with, who was going to get the best results from working with me. It didn't help me identify where they were, what their point A was, what they were struggling with, what they were worried about, why they weren't getting the results that they wanted. And it didn't help me get clear on the actual results, right, that they were trying to get to. It didn't help me with any of that kind of stuff. And this, I believe, is one of the main reasons why there are so many people going through coaching programs not getting the results that they want. It's because the coach offering the program, look, the coach might be incredible. They might have these amazing gifts and this expertise and knowledge and skills to share with people, but they're sharing them with the wrong people, or they're sharing them with people who are not yet ready for their kind of work. Let me know if this makes sense. I hope this is tracking with you guys. So to give you an example, the first coaching program that I went through, all the testimonials that these guys shared, and it was a big company, all the testimonials that they shared were people being in the program for like a month and suddenly booking like 5, 10 new clients, getting to 6 figures, getting to 7 figures. So of course, if those are the only testimonials they're sharing, someone who's new like me, obviously that's going to be appealing because it gives you hope. And it's like, yes, you know, I want to get there. I want those results. But what they didn't share and what they didn't establish in the sales call process with me was if I was ready to do that kind of work. So I wasn't, okay? I was a beginner. What I needed was a lot of hand-holding. I needed help with actually getting clear on who it was I wanted to serve and what exactly I was going to offer them without the cookie cutter kind of stuff, right? Without the templates, without the group coaching calls where you're lucky if you get 2 minutes to ask your question and have it answered. It was the kind of program where if things weren't working out, you were told that, you know, you need to get more reps in or you need to change your mindset. Now, for people who were more advanced than me, who had been in business for a while and just maybe needed a few small tweaks here and there, those people were a good fit for that particular program because just 1 or 2 small tweaks and they could get the results that I was seeing in the testimonials. I hope this makes sense. So let's bring it back to you and who it is you are working with. So many people get iffy about niching. I know I need a niche to make sales so that I'm talking to a specific kind of person, but I'm scared that if I niche too deep, I'm not going to have enough people to work with. Firstly, there are like 7 billion odd people, I don't know how many, on the planet. There are plenty of people for you to work with. Okay. So you want to remove the scarcity and the lack mindset when it comes to your niche. The second thing is, let me start with you if you're more beginner. Sometimes it takes experience for you to be able to get clear on who your best fit client is going to be. When you're starting out, it's going to be a little bit of trial and error. Okay. It's going to take working with a few people to see who you liked. And then what you want to do is over time, analyze who got the best results. What was their criteria before we started? What did they already have in place that allowed them to get the results so quickly or to make the shift so quickly, whatever the case is? So if you're a beginner and you are a purpose-driven expert, chances are you've been through an experience yourself, and that is what you're wanting to help people with now, right? So who do you start targeting? The easiest answer is a past version of yourself. You know you better than anybody else. So think about, where is your mindset? What things did you have in place before you got the result that you wanted? What did you have to do to get the result? There were steps that you would have gone through to get that result. What were those? That makes up your offer. Different topic. Okay. And then start looking for people like you and start working with people that are a past version of yourself, right? Your messaging, everything will be relevant to that particular person because it's a past version of yourself. It requires very little market research to get to understand that person because past version of you. Now, for those of you who are more advanced, who have been around a while and you've worked with a lot of people, what you want to be focusing on is, okay, say for example, you've got this 3-month program, transformational, they get X result. You will probably find that a certain percentage of your clients dropped off somewhere along the way. You had to kind of pull them through the program, or they didn't really get the outcome that they were looking for working with you. It happens. Now, what I'd like to invite you to do is have a look at, okay, you want to put your people into 2 separate baskets. Ones who got the results quickly, pleasure to work with, you had so much fun with them, you would love to work with them forever, kind of thing, right? And then the other basket is the people who didn't get the results, didn't get the outcomes, were not as joyful to work with. Your 2 baskets. Okay, basket 1, the people who didn't get the results. Where were they in their world before they started working with you? What was missing? What didn't they have that they really ideally needed to get the results? What qualities and characteristics make up the person? Okay. Then on the other hand, look at the people who got the amazing results. What did they already have in place? So let me give you an example off the top of my head here. This isn't necessarily transformational, but it's an easy example to follow. If I were to run Facebook ads for people, which I don't, by the way, but if I was a Facebook ad specialist, do you think it would be in my interest to, let's say I was helping coaches, do you think it would be in my interest to work with coaches who are starting out and weren't clear on their market or their messaging yet and their offers? Or do you think I should be working with 6-figure coaches who are looking to scale? The answer is obvious, right? I want to work with the 6-figure coaches looking to scale because they've been around for a while. They've got the money to be able to pay for ads. They have worked with lots of people. They've got testimonials. They have got their messaging and marketing dialed in. Their offers are working, right? They've got all of that stuff in place, whereas a beginner coach has none of that. So now transfer that onto your offers. What do your people need to have in place be able to get the specific outcome that they want. Okay, I don't want to ramble on for too long about this, but I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you kind of got it. You don't need to know your ideal client avatar's name, the year they were born, their shoe size, how old their children are, how many they have, because you don't need to know any of that stuff. What you do need to know, where are they now? What are they struggling with? What are they frustrated with? What is taking up time and energy that they don't want to have taking up, right? What can't they change on their own that you can help them with? And where is it that they want to get to? Where is it? What is it that they deeply, deeply desire? Those are the things that you need to know. And again, if you're a beginner, go for a past version of yourself. So let me know in the comments if this was helpful. And if you have any questions, drop them as well. I can't see anything now, but I will pop back and have a look a little bit later. Thank you for sticking with me. Hope this has been helpful. I've said that already. And I will be back tomorrow with part 4 of this week's series on how to make sales in an empowered, sleaze-free way so you can dominate your market. Until then, take care.